Welcome back to our Freedom Forward Friday. And today I want to talk to the women who feel like they're losing things that she can understand why. The women who've asked God why. Why this had to happen to me? Why did this have to be taken from me? Because I've been there. I've been there, and I want to remind you, I want to remind us all is remember, remember you of something powerful. Because when God takes something, He's not punishing you, He's preparing you, He's making room for better. The pain of losing what you wanted. Let's be real. Losing something hurts. Losing anything that you thought that you would have forever, it hurts. Losing who you thought you were, it hurts. Losing a relationship, a job, a friend you thought would stay forever, even the old version of you. Because when you're healing through something traumatic, you're going to lose the old version of you because this new healed version has to learn to be without that loss. And sometimes we pray for peace and God removes a person causing the storm. Sometimes you'll pray for strength and God will remove what's been weakening you. And sometimes you'll pray for clarity and God will remove what's been confusing you. God will always, you will feel like you will be in the place where you don't understand, but God has placed you there for a reason. But understand that the truth is, you can't carry what God has while you're still holding on to what He asks you to let go. And healing begins with you stop fighting God for what He's already removed. Trust me, I'm guilty of that myself. Always trying to figure out why, and you're trying to make it be something that is not, when God told you to let it go. When He showed you that lesson that you should have learned from, and that will cause you to release. But sometimes we stubborn, and sometimes we want to fight for something that we know God has removed from us. God will never take without replacing. Just know that. He will never remove without replacing. We have to understand that we serve a God who restores, a God who multiplies, a God who elevates. Your loss is not the end of your story. It's the clearing of the path. Because when God closes a door, it's not rejection, it's direction. He's leading you to the place where you're supposed to be going. So when that door closes, it's not a loss, it's a gain. You got to understand that sometimes He takes people out of your life because their chapter in your story is over. Sometimes He removes that opportunity. He removes opportunities because they weren't aligned with your purpose. And sometimes He also allows an ending. He allows an ending because He's preparing you for what you didn't see coming. And hear me on this. God never subtracts without preparing to multiply. Because trusting God, even when it doesn't make sense, yeah. You got to understand faith healing means trusting God with what hurts. You have to faith. You have to have faith over fear. And that's trusting God. And sometimes trusting Him, it hurts because we don't understand. We don't understand why. It is not for us to understand. That's the hard part. Trusting God with the unknown, trusting God with what didn't work out. When something leaves your life, your first reaction will be fear. And what I'm going to do now, and why would God allow this? And what if I never get better? What if I never heal from this? What if I never be able to lift my head up again? But spiritual growth is learning to say, God, I don't understand it, but I trust you. Faith over fear. You have to put your faith in God and you have to trust Him. You may not see it yet, but God is moving pieces behind the scene. He's setting up the divine connections. He's opening doors you didn't even know existed. This is Freedom Forward Friday. What if that thing you've been crying over is actually blocking your blessing? And what if that thing you stressed about losing, that very thing you're stressed about losing was the very thing keeping you from the life you prayed for? Healing isn't just about letting go. Healing is about making room. Making room for peace. Making room for the love that honors you. And making room for purpose that fulfills you. This is your healing journey. This is you versus you. And this is having faith over that fear. And this is you understanding that your job now is to move forward in freedom and to stop trying to reopen doors that God has already locked, padlocked. And trust that the next chapter is bigger than anything you lost. So if God has taken something from your life recently, remember this. He's not leaving you empty. He's clearing space for blessings you've been preparing for. So you have to keep trusting Him. You have to keep healing. And you have to keep moving forward. This is Freedom Forward Friday. And remember when God removes something, it's because He's making room for something better.